Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video, and today I was actually wrong. I said I was gonna do a video on maybe another modern deck. I believe it was Hollow one, and then I was gonna do like a Tron one, but instead I found this deck and I was like, oh well, this one's all put together, and I didn't take it apart. But the Tron one, I kind of had to take apart for a hot minute. To put the actual Hollow one deck inside. So right here I actually have another Pauper deck. This one is Pauper. And yeah, without further ado, I'll show you guys. Okay, so if you don't know what the Pauper format is, which you might not, Pauper is pretty much a format with all commons and nothing else. It's just commons. You can't use any other rarity of a card. So you can use downgrades from, like, if they went from rare to common, you can use that. And if they went from like common to uncommon, you can use that as well, but just the common. Well, actually, I don't know. But if they were just, yeah, I believe that's how it goes. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. So without further ado, I'll get into this deck. So if you have been playing Pauper for a while, you'll know this deck. If you haven't though, or haven't even heard of it, then you probably will not know this deck. But it is a completely broken deck in Pauper, but it doesn't always go well. So it really depends on what you draw and what you get, and that's why there's so many draw spells in this deck. So without further ado, I am going to hop into it. So yeah. Okay, so the first card I'm going to talk about is Dispel. So if you ever heard about Dispel, it's pretty much our counter for the deck. 1 second. Let me make sure I'm not playing 4. Okay, yeah, so Dispel is our counter for the deck. It says counter target instant spell. 1 blue. It just works very, very well, and it always performs for us because at the end, if someone's trying to counter our combo that we have in the deck, then that would be perfect. And that would work perfect, sorry. And sorry I didn't mention at the beginning, this deck is named or called Inside Out. So the Inside Out combo. So if you haven't ever heard of that, well, I'm about to tell you what it is. Once I get to the Inside Out cards, of course. So Dispel, yeah, pretty explanatory. Yeah. Okay, next we have Mole Drifter. So I picked up these snazzy Mole Drifters, as you can see. They are absolutely beautiful, and I love them, and I'm so happy I picked them up because they absolutely look amazing. I mean, and for 99 cents, that's what I got for 99 cents, and I was like, wow, those are really cheap. And I just picked up 4 of them. I picked up 4. There's only 3 in the deck. Yeah, I picked those up for super, super cheap. I was like, wow, that is actually crazy that they're that cheap. But so what this card contributes to the deck is it helps us draw more cards, and with the evoke effect, we're able to do it for cheap. So we're able to draw 2 cards, and of course the creature gets sacrificed if we do use the evoke. But I believe we have at least 1 bounce or like flicker effect ephemerate. We have 1 flicker effect ephemerate that will allow it to return to the battlefield, and even if we did pay the evoke, it will come back and not have to be sacrificed, which is a cool combo because for the small price of 4 mana, you get to draw 4 cards. So 1 mana, draw a card. Very, very good. And yeah, card just works great. Mole Drifter is one of the best cards in Pauper. You can't go wrong with Mole Drifter. Is what a lot of people say. No, I'm just kidding. This is Archaeomancer. Archaeomancer pretty much gets our spells and instants back from our graveyard that may, or sorceries and instants that may be put there after we use them, of course. So for instance, if I were to use Ponder and it went to the graveyard, then we could go and grab Ponder right back and draw more cards to try to find the combo that we eventually want to get to. Yeah, this card, very, very good, and yeah, it just helps us reuse many cards. I believe we're only running 2, but yeah. Okay, next card is, sorry for the shake. Okay, next card is Azurius Chancery, or Azurius Chancery. I like to say Azurius Chancery. We are playing 4 Azurius Chancery. Very good card. And the only reason, well, the main reason this is a very good card is because you're able to bounce your lands, and the best thing about that is this is the fastest way to gain mana in Pauper because all commons. So it's really hard unless you're playing like a deck that just goes and searches for lands. You're not going to really have a good way of going and trying to get ahead on lands. So this is the best way. Any dual land, well, bounce land, is ideal for any Pauper deck that you may want to play. So, yeah. Okay, next up we have Prismatic Strands. I will try to find the others. Okay, 1, 2, and sorry, I should have had all this ready before, but I was just like, oh, okay, I'll do this real quick while I'm sitting here. Okay, Prismatic Strands prevents damage from certain sources. So since there is Lightning Bolt in Pauper, we are able to defend against that, and anything that would really shut down our creatures very easily, like Lightning Bolt, would kill the Mole Drifter and our Chaomancer, so Prismatic Strands helps us with that, and we're able to return it. So anything doing a huge amount of damage to us, Prismatic Strands come in clutch so many times, I can't even tell you. In other decks, it's come in clutch a ton, but in this deck, it's also come in clutch a decent amount. It just helps us not get absolutely wiped out by our opponent. Okay. Next card is Brainstorm. Now, we need Brainstorm because without Brainstorm, this is probably the best card in the deck. We are able to search through our deck so fast, churn through our deck super fast, because it looks for 3 cards instead of like the top 2 or whatever you might want to say. And so this card lets us draw cards, and then lets us put some back on top. So the best part about this is because Pauper is commons only, the best thing that you can do is, for instance, you put the cards that you don't want back on top from your hand, and let's say you don't want to draw those next turn, you Terramorphic Expanse. Crack into Terramorphic Expanse, and then shuffling your deck pretty much is what you're able to do. And you don't have to draw these cards that you put on top then, and you still got the awesome cards that you wanted, and you don't have to waste your turn drawing cards that you don't want at all. So Brainstorm, amazing card. We can do combos with it. Awesome card. Absolutely amazing. Next card, we have Circular Logic. So if you have never heard of Circular Logic, it works very well in this deck because we are able to almost all the time pay its madness cost. And the reason for this is because of the combo, but eventually I'm going to have to show you the combo. But for now, I'm just going to say Circular Logic, we are always paying it for its madness cost, not its regular cost. And we have so many cards in the graveyard due to another card, which you will see later in the combo. Okay, next card is Augur of Bolas, or Augur of Bolas. I usually just say Augur, and they go, sure. I'll go awesome. I say Bolas though. Let's see, any more? No, okay, so only 2. I love this. I love how it's foil, and it also has the really kind of dark edging around it. I forget what they call these cards, but yeah, if you remember them, I forget. Sorry about that. But yeah, Augur of Bolas just lets us go look for more instants and sorceries. Yeah, just great card. 1/3 kind of blocks a ton of creatures that are only like 2/2s, because that's what usually comes out on the first couple of turns of Pauper. So yeah, card's just amazing. Yeah. Next card we have is Ponder. Ponder is a very good card. This one looks for 3 and then just draws us a singular card, while Brainstorm draws draws all 3 cards, and then we get to pitch some back. I believe we're only playing 3 Ponders. Is that correct? Yes, we are only playing 3 Ponders. 3 Ponders. Ponder, again, amazing card. And if we don't want any of the cards, we shuffle them and get a free draw. Could be whatever. Also, amazing card. And we want a lot of draw spells in this deck. And again, you'll see why. Well, actually, you'll see why right now. We are playing Tireless Tribes. So if you've never heard of Inside Out, then you probably don't know what's the big hype around Tireless Tribe. But this whole deck is centered around this one card. And Tireless Tribe pretty much says, discard from your hand, or discard a card from your hand. Tireless Tribe gets +0, +4 until end of turn. So it gets +0, so no more, it doesn't gain any attack, but it gets +4 defense. And so what this means is that we can grow the defense on the guy. And then I guess I'll show the other part of the combo now. Inside Out, if you've never seen this combo, then I'm showing you now. Inside Out allows you to flip its defense with its offense, but until end of turn. Amazing card. So pretty much what this is it is we can make it, if we discard like 5 cards, I believe, it is a 21-1 that is attacking our opponent. So if we were able to bring this through, that is absolutely amazing, and we will be able to take home the win. The problem with this is it is a 21-1, so you might be asking, well, how are you going to get a 21-1 through? It only has 1 defense. It's not that strong. So you're just going to run into a bunch of creatures that your opponent may have. And the reason why we don't need to worry about that is because we are playing 3 Shadow Rifts. And Inside Out, I also forgot to mention, you draw a card as well. So that's also very good because it works with the Tireless Tribe. Shadow Rift. Target creature gains Shadow until end of turn, meaning that no other creatures can block it unless they have Shadow. And 10 times out of 10, your opponent's creatures do not have Shadow. So this card just gets through all the time. As long as these cards are, as long as this combo isn't countered, the card's getting through, you're winning this game. And I've won a game with this combo, which was actually super fun. And I had people watching and they thought it was super sick. And they told me they were glad seeing me play this deck because it hasn't been played in a while. And it's just such a cool deck. So after that, we are playing 1 Ephemerate, I believe. Two Ephemerates. If you don't know what this card is, it's a flicker effect. It just allows you to bounce exile your card that you own and then return it to the battlefield. So if it has an effect like draw 2 cards when it enters the battlefield, flicker it, bam, Ephemerate, brings it right back right after you flicker it, and then you're able to draw 2 more cards. And any effects that say like evoke, it works best with evoke because evoke says it will enter the battlefield, you'll draw 2 cards, and then, evoke for the Mold Drifter, then you'll have to sacrifice it. But you are able to target the effects where it goes, you play it for its evoke, you draw the cards, and then you play Ephemerate, and it will bounce out, exile itself, flicker, and then it will bounce right back in, and you won't have to sacrifice it, because it wouldn't have, it believes that it entered, you're kind of tricking the deck, because it believes that it then entered through its normal cost. And that's what's amazing about this card. But not only that, it has rebound, so you can do it again next turn without paying any more mana. So that's amazing. You can only do it again another turn, but what I like to do is if you have 2 Ephemerates, you can rebound it. Rebound your, one of your, you can rebound one of your Archaeomancers and then get the other Ephemerate back to your hand, and then you can just keep doing the combo over and over and over, and it's amazing. Yeah, definitely amazing card, and you need it. Next, we are playing Counterspell. So Counterspell just stops our opponents from anything tricky they might pull in the beginning of the game. Only 2. I got the really old Counterspell because I thought this was super cool. But it pretty much stops your opponent completely from anything they might try to mess up on your side of the field. If they try to go, okay, I'm going to counter that, you can go, okay, got Counterspell. You know, I want this guy to stay on the field, especially Tireless Tribe. If they try to kill him, you can just go Counterspell, an early counter, and then go, yeah, no thank you. Problem is Counterspell, it gets a little expensive, 2 mana, and if you're playing against Burn, it really does nothing. So, yeah. Next card is Terramorphic Expanse. We talked about this card earlier. We are playing 4, I believe. 1, 2, 3. And we might be playing 1. Oh, no, we're playing 4. Okay, 4 Terramorphic Expanse. Amazing card. Love it. I mean, there's nothing much to really say about it, except that it's amazing. And you should be running 4 of it, because it has combos with this deck. My apologies, guys. I am actually super sorry. I just saw this card. We are actually running 1 more Ephemerate, so we're running 3 Ephemerates. Here, let me pop it out real quick. 3 Ephemerates. There's a 3rd one. Couldn't find it earlier. 3 Ephemerates. Next card. We are running 3 Ash Barrens. So pretty much, it adds colorless, or you can basic land cycle for 1 mana. This is usually what we'll do on our first turn if we don't have any draw spells, and we'll just go search for something. And it's also pretty much just Terramorphic Expanse, except you can also play it as a land and get some mana out of it. So yeah, okay. Next card, sorry, I was yawning. Next card is Preordain. Preordain. Also a very good card. I thought I was playing more Preordains, but I guess not. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So, 2 Preordains. If I can find the other Preordains, if the Preordains are even in the deck, then yeah, we're just running 2 Preordains for now. Yeah, pretty much nothing really much to say about it, except it's kind of like the other card that we were playing. Where is it? Not Brainstorm, but Ponder. Yeah, we have a ton of those. 2 Thraben Inspectors. This card comes in clutch when we just have extra mana sitting around. We don't know what to do with it. Bam, pay 2, draw a card. You know, it's very easy to do, and you know, allows us to use our mana in a wise way. Where we would just be sitting on no mana and be like, yeah, your turn. So next we have 1, 2, 3, 8 islands and 2 plains. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really much to say about this. The only reason we're running 8 islands is 2 plains is because I already showed the Terramorphic Expanses, the Ash Barrens, and the dual lands, which are the Azorius Chanceries. So that is it for the main deck. Next we'll go on to the side deck. Okay, side deck consists of some really cool cards. First card, Stonehorn Dignitary. We are running 3. If we need to stall our opponent out for a bit, we'll run Stonehorn Dignitary into the main board. If they're playing a very fast deck and they like to attack like elves, we'll use this card and you know, stop them for another turn. And then if we have Ephemerate, we can bounce it, get another trigger on it. It's very, very good. Yeah, pretty much card just stops your opponents if they're playing a very attacky, aggressive deck and you need more time to set up your combo. Very good. Tethamos, High Priest. Just return stuff from the graveyard that are creatures. Returns are stuff like, let's see, where is it? Tireless Tribe. Tireless Tribe returns our Tireless Tribe. That's pretty much what its main purpose is, to return Tireless Tribe from the graveyard if we need it. We are playing 1 Palace Sentinels. 1 Palace Sentinels. I believe that's all we really need. Our main goal isn't to become the Monarch, so if you don't know what becoming the Monarch is every turn, if you are still the Monarch, until someone attacks you directly and you take damage from it, you are still the Monarch. Every turn you will draw a card at the end step. But if someone attacks you, then they become the Monarch, and until you attack their life points directly. Okay. Next card is Piracy Charm. I believe we're only playing 1. Yeah, we are. Piracy Charm. Decent. I've never actually sided it in, I don't believe. Unless when I needed something with Island Walk. But the +2, -1 is not that good, so. And target player discards card is not amazing either, so. Stormbound Geist. Very good. With the Undying, it's very hard to kill. and it just makes it even better. 3/3 with flying after it comes back with undying. And yeah, of course it's not for blocking, it's for just attacking. If you need to get that early damage in, that's what it's for. Oblivion Ring is for that annoying little pest of a card that keeps coming back and you don't want it, such as I believe the card was I don't know, can't remember, but it's a black card played in most black Pauper decks that are very good, and up there. Any good Pauper deck that is black would play this, and this one just shuts it down completely because they're not allowed to use the effect on it and return stuff from their graveyard and etc. etc. So yeah, that's pretty much what it's mainly for. If I go, I can find it. Let's see. I'll probably be able to find it. Just give me 1 second. Looking onto the Pauper metagame though, Pauper's changed a decent amount. Like, not that this deck's not good anymore, but no, this deck's obviously amazing still. No matter what happens in Pauper, this deck's still pretty good. But it's just I see new decks now that might have gotten better because of the new sets releasing. Where is it though? Whatever it is, wherever it is. It was a black card, not remembering it right now, but it was 4 mana and it pretty much said you could like sacrifice one of your creatures and then go get more creatures from your graveyard, put onto the battlefield, and it was just very good and really hard to beat. Pestilence, there we go. Pestilence, there we go. Okay, Pestilence allowed them to get their stuff back, and it was so annoying. I mean, whenever I played against Pestilence, it was just the worst games, and this card really came in clutch for Pestilence. Okay, next card is Seeker of the Way. Seeker of the Way, very good. This is also what we'll side in as well as Stormbound Geist if we want to get the early kill out. Seeker of the Way is very hard to kill with its prowess. Pestilence was 1 damage to all creatures and players if you pay 1 black. If there are no creatures in play, you bury it. So, or bury the card. So, pretty much it just wipes out the entire board, and that's what Oblivion Ring is good for. I know there's another one that gets stuff back from the graveyard. But Seeker of the Way, also very good for early turn kills. The kills that you just want to be able to beat your opponent before they start comboing off as well. Because our combo, it's fast, but it's also slow if you don't draw your cards. So if you don't draw the right cards. And last but not least, we have 2 Hydroblasts. If you don't know what Hydroblast does, it pretty much just stops all red spells. So we'll side it in against any burn deck. So or any mainly red deck. But yeah, I believe we might be playing 4, so there's the 3rd one, and then I forget where the 4th one is. I'm sorry about that. Should know where it is, but yeah. Because that would be 15. And yeah, that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Just a kind of, I wouldn't say fun deck, because, no, it's very fun to play, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't say it's mainly, I wouldn't say it's bad, is what I'm trying to say. People underestimate it a lot and think, oh, well, that's just that one dumb card, or one deck that just does nothing and just sits there, and then finally when they get their combo, it's good, but until they get their combo, the deck's really bad. That's not always how it goes, but you know, it's how it goes every now and then. So they're not completely wrong, but they're mostly wrong because our deck is not just made to sit there all day and then just wait until we get our combo. We have other stuff like Muldrifter and other cards that are just very, very good. So my next deck should be on Tron or a Azurius Control and Pauper, because those are the two other decks that I have in Pauper. But all the decks that I play in Pauper are all very, very good. I love Pauper. Pauper is one of my favorite formats. And once everything starts opening up again, I think I'll go back to a Pauper. If they start holding stuff, I'll try to go to a Pauper like Nats or a Pauper Regional or something like that. I don't know which one comes first. I always get those two confused. But which one is ever after the LCS? Because recently with these decks, I've been winning a decent amount. Like, I believe in one tournament, I got 3rd place overall in one tournament, which isn't great, but it's not terrible at all, out of like 20 people, which was amazing. And I posted my deck. You can actually find my deck on MTG Goldfish. Any decks you want to find on MTG Goldfish, I have them. If you're able to ever go to view more on the Pauper metagame on MTG Goldfish, you might be able to just find my deck. If you go to Ether, then after you view more, Ether, and then it will start naming decks from and what dates they're from and who played them. So if you find anything by Sneaky Turtle, which is me, you'll know, oh, that's Bobby. He played this deck that day. And yeah, so that's about it. And you can see how I did in a couple tournaments. I didn't do as spicy as I would like to, so keep that in mind. My Tron deck can go not well, and some of the guys that I do play against do not speak perfect English. I'm not saying anything about them and not being like, oh, that's my excuse, but it's kind of hard to understand sometimes, and I had to play in the car, actually, the time I didn't do great, so that wasn't ideal, let me just say. But other than that, I always have fun at these tournaments. The only problem is that they do last from 1 until 4. If you want to go check them out, it's at Play Away. They have a Discord channel, or not a Discord channel, but like a Discord hangout area. If you want to go check that out, and they just got taken away from a thing called MTG at Home, because MTG at Home, there was some controversial stuff going on there, and they had to break away from that because they didn't want anybody like me, a kid, to have to see all that, and they also didn't want to hear it, and he was just recently not doing anything they asked, and he would always vote against the what everybody else wanted to do, the main head people in the thing. But enough about that. The point is, hope you liked the video. Hope you like the deck. And you might be able to pick it up. This deck is around the price point of about $20 to $30 if you can get it between them. But if you ever go to Pauper and just go, okay, I want a Pauper deck, they average from around $20 to around $50 is what the average price is. I mean, they're usually around the price of like 50, 40, and 30, but some are 70, 3, which is actually a little annoying because when I was last on Pauper, some of these decks were so cheap, and I mean like dirt cheap, and now some of them are decently expensive up there, like 40, 50 bucks. What was it? Tron has always been 50 bucks, but I got my blue-white flicker deck for cheaper than $43. So yeah, I mean, of course I combine the cards, so I have to trade them out of decks. It gets a little annoying, but it's all good. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop rambling, rambling on about all this other stuff, and I'm just gonna say thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you liked it. Hope you come back, and yeah, thank you guys so much. And I would really appreciate it if you would put a thumbs up or subscribe if you would like to. That would mean so much to me because I have been working on this channel. And if you want to go check out Team Sneaky Turtle, that's my Yu-Gi-Oh channel. If you're not into Magic and you like Yu-Gi-Oh more, you can go check out that one. And yeah, just tell me how I do in these videos. I love feedback. And if you want to suggest a video that I should do, I'll totally do it. I'll look it over, see if I like it a ton, and then I'm usually open to like any suggestions and any ideas. So if you want me to do a video, just ask. I mean, I'm always open. So yeah. Okay, thank you guys so much, and yeah, hope you liked it. Peace. Bye.